Hey YouTube, I'm just doing a video on how I use my Navionics app to find likely fishing spots. You can go out there in your boat, you can drive around all day looking at the sounder to see if you can find some structure that you think might hold fish, but it's a lot easier if you have an idea where you want to look first, and the Navionics app lets me do that. Now what you see on the screen at the moment is my backyard. That's Moreton Bay. I'll just zoom in and I'll show you how I go about looking for some likely spots. I'll pick some spots that I know to start with. Ignore all the markers that I've got down here. That's not what I'm trying to show you. What I want you to see is the contour lines on the bottom. These are lines that join points that are at the same depth, and you need to be in sonar chart mode to see them. Each of the contour lines has the depth marked on it. But if you just click on the spot, you see that was 9.2 feet. I like to read the depths in feet, and we're 16 feet over there. Just click on that again. 24 feet over there. 18 feet there. And 26 feet there. So this is a nice little underwater hill, and that provides some structure that the fish are likely to conjugate around. Not saying they're going to be there, but it's a spot to go out with the depth sounder and have a hunt around, see if you can see any fish on the sounder. Now, other places you're looking for, anywhere there's a sharp drop off. As you can see, these darker lines around the reef on Peel Island, that's where it drops off into deeper water quite steeply. Now, all the lines indicate a change in depth, but when they're packed really close together, that's when the drop-off is steep, and that's what we're looking for. Nice steep drop-offs where the fish are likely to find somewhere to conjugate and feed, where the bait hangs out, that sort of thing. Here's a couple down here next to a sandbank. Drops off quite steeply there. We're in 3.3 feet of water there, and over here we've got 26 feet of water, and you can see the dark lines in between those spots indicating a very steep drop-off. Let's have a look at a few other spots. Giving away all my marks here. Let's have a look up outside South Passage Bar. Everyone knows these spots here. You got Middle Reef, Halfway Reef, Flat Rock, all of those around here. What I'm wanting you to see is the change in depth there. 26 feet there, down to 105 feet there. So that's a big hill in the bottom of the ocean, and that's the sort of thing that you'll find a lot of fish hanging around. It attracts the bait fish because they've got structure to hide in, and the bait fish attract the bigger fish. Go up north a little bit, have a look around here. There's a likely looking hill underwater there. Click on the question mark, it brings up another menu, and in this Moreton Bay area here, you can click on that, and it tells us that fishing is prohibited in this area because it's a restricted area, one of the Moreton Bay green zones. Never used to be there. That was a good fishing spot back in the day. However, there's still some good fishing spots nearby. We go out here to Deep Tempest, and you can see there's some structure around here, 250 feet, 249 feet, down to 300 feet. So it's a 50-foot rise in that short distance. I'll just see if I can zoom in a little bit closer, and let's have a look and see how far away that is. That is, okay, that's 0.4 of a nautical mile, and that's roughly about 700 or 800 metres. So that's a fairly gradual rise, but even so, I'd still have a bit of a poke around there, see if there's any reef that I can find on the sounder. There's all sorts of depth changes there. 269 feet, 289, moving around quite a lot around Deep Tempest. There's a reef around that area as well, but you need to get out with a sounder to find that, of course. Over here, this is Shallow Tempest. We come all the way up to 60 feet and coming off 105 feet, so 45-foot rise there. Lots of structure around that as well. Coming up here to the north of Moreton, you can see, well, that one sticks out of the water. You can't miss that one. Just go out there and have a look around. However, just be aware that, look in the Moreton Bay area again, is another fishing prohibited area, and again, that used to be a good fishing spot back in the day. I hope you can see it in the video. There's that red circle right around that area. Anywhere's that sort of reddish line that, let's go back to here. You can see the red square they used to beside Moreton Bay, I hope. That just shows there's something special about it. It might not be a fishing prohibited area, it might be a fishing restricted area, in which case they only ban trawling. In those cases it's quite okay for the recreational fishers to get in there and fish with a line. So mate, that's what I wanted to get across, how to use this application to find your fishing spots. Everyone knows along the shipping channel is a good spot. Big drop-offs there, just south of Bulwar on Moreton Island. Of course, everyone knows about the popular fishing spots in Moreton Bay, beacons, general shallow reefs, the artificial reefs that are there. And the point of doing all this is to try and find fishing spots that nobody else knows about, because that's where you're going to catch the big ones, that's where you're going to catch them consistently, and you're not going to be too disturbed by other people racing around chasing the fish off. Zoom in along here, you can see all those dark lines either side of the channel there. That takes you all the way up to the tip of Stradbroke Island there. Big drop-offs, good sandy bottom along there. Lots of different species of fish hang out along this area. Go further south, just got to wait a second for the connection to catch up. I'm on a slow connection where I'm recording this. I'll just zoom in here alongside CHUWI Island. Hopefully you can see those darker lines just beside the channel down there. I don't have a mouse pointer on this, I'm recording off my tablet, which makes it a little bit more awkward to show you, but hopefully I'll just get that pop-up to come up. And you can see the depth contour there, it was 9.8 feet, up to 3.3 feet there. So decent drop off there. That was a brilliant bank to drift down along years ago again. Brilliant bank for catching whiting and flathead. This bank over here was the same deal. You drift from about that, get rid of that. You drift from about that point there beside the beacon, and you're aiming to sort of drift down along to there, down alongside those beacons, and pick up a lot of whiting. I used to pick up a lot of whiting years ago. I haven't fished that for years now. It used to be a brilliant spot for whiting. Somewhere over here, probably somewhere around there actually, somewhere around the mouth of that bay, it used to be a good spot for getting sharks. You'd just pull them up one after the other there. Landed probably 10 in the space of an hour one time I was over there. They make good crab bait, and there was no bag limits on them in those days. There's no crab pot limits in those days either, come to think of it. Not that I can recall anyway. So there's Bird Island. I don't know why they got the Peel Island label, if you see that. That's Gate Island there. And decent drop-offs all around Gate Island. You can see all those drop-offs coming up there in the darker areas. All of those things, go out there, get your sounder going, have a look around, see if you can find some bait fish, see if you can find some big fish. That's the sort of thing you want to look for when you're exploring, looking for new fishing areas. Okay, that's about all I wanted to cover in this. I don't want to give away all my fishing spots. If you get out there, you can find them for yourself. Just remember, pick your spots on something. Navionics app is what I use. There's a subscription fee for the Navionics app. I think from memory it's somewhere around the $60, $70 a year. I don't think it's all that dear for what you get. It's really good. I'm not affiliated with Navionics in any way. I'm not getting any kickback for this. I just think it's a great app to have. Anyway, that's how you use it for finding new fishing spots. There's lots of other things you can do with it. I mount it in the boat as a second GPS. I've got this tablet, I've got another video showing how I mount that in the boat. It's great for a second GPS, which means I can switch my primary GPS over to sounder mode, have that as a big screen sounder, and I've got a big screen GPS all the same, and it shows me all the contours when I'm driving around searching for the fish. Well, that's all there is for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, click on the like button. If you'd like to see more of my videos, you can go to my YouTube channel. And if you want to see my future videos, you can subscribe to my channel. If you do subscribe, don't forget to click on the notify bell so that you get notified when I upload a new video. Until next time, good fishing.